we got going on here.
Welcome everybody to the Heroes Era. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
What's up?
Hey.
Doing all right?
It's Monday night. Time to play some Dungeons and Dragons. Before we get to the game, I just want to touch on a few things. We've got our podcast dropping. I think it's available where all podcasts are hosted, on various platforms. So you should be able to find that wherever. Just search for the Heroes Era, and we appreciate if you download that, give it a listen. And if you like it, make sure to rate it 5 stars. And then, we're going to be dropping episodes of the podcast every Monday. And then Saturday, we're going to be doing another stream for fun. We're going to be delving into one of these dungeons sent to us by Jog Brogzin. He sent us some of these really cool postcard dungeons that he releases, I believe, monthly. And then he's got a lot of other maps and stuff that he creates. So we're going to be diving into one of these dungeons on Saturday, and that should be a good time at 10 Pacific, so Saturday morning. But,
so it's 1 o'clock in the East Coast.
So that should be pretty fun. Anybody have anything else they want to talk about? Any new D&D releases you guys have been able to explore, or anything like that?
I started playing. I started a new campaign in the original Final Fantasy on the weekend, and I've got our group. And I'm playing on the Game Boy Advance version, which is cheating because Red Wizards can cast a life spell.
Oh, that's funny. I asked you that over the week. So
Red Wizards can't. Red Mages can't.
Okay, wait. No, see, I remember that being the case from the original version too. So
I forget. They couldn't cast life too. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Life too.
Oh, okay. So
that's how I remember. Yeah, they.
Okay, cool. So,
yeah, that was the whole thing with them, is they got like the basics of both, but they didn't get the more advanced spells.
Okay.
It was like the trade-off.
I am totally present for this conversation.
I keep saying I know the game so well, and I just failed.
I was just gonna say, I default to you because you're the expert, but
well, that's it. I just totally lost all my street cred.
That's why when you said it, I didn't. I was like, oh, okay, he is clearly right.
Yeah.
You guys know those cars that have 3 wheels?
See, I'm playing on my Game Boy Advance, the original NES one, which is kind of cool.
Oh, that thing's cool.
You guys know those cars that have like 3 wheels? You know?
Yeah.
That's you 3. I'm the spare in the back because I have no idea what's.
Oh,
man,
dude, you're
this
missing out.
Game. What are you doing?
Man.
Sleeping.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, you can get it on there's an Android version of it, I believe. You can get.
No, not on my Android.
I have enough versions of it. I don't need to get any more.
Well, that aside, tonight we're here for a game of Dungeons and Dragons, and we're telling a story, but we do not yet know how it will go. The players, the dungeon master, the dice, all of these will have a hand in how the game unfolds. And this is the Heroes Era.
Let's do this.
And so, last time on the Heroes Era, Silverado had slayed the enemy champion, defeated him in combat, in Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm.
Let's call it as it is. He beat the crap out of him.
He just dusted him.
Destroyed.
It was impressive.
Not too much of a threat there.
We'd like to be able to say it was close, but unfortunately,
no.
I got hit for 6 hit points.
Yeah.
So you're still standing strong with this spear held in the air and the enemy's heart at the end of the spear.
Of course. I had to leave it off on something cinematic. I couldn't.
Only way to do it.
Yeah. Is it raining? Is it currently raining or has that died off a bit?
It is raining.
Hell yeah.
It's rainy and snowing a bit.
So awesome.
It's raining, it's snowing, some thunder off in the distance. It's perfect.
Yes, and as you... so do you guys want to clear up anything from last session? I thought we should probably also drag our tokens out onto the Roll20 map here. And then, so as far as this thing is concerned, Eric is going to be by this guy in green. who's on the walkway leading to the podium where Silverado and the champion did battle. And then Silverado, you'll still be on that podium down near the southeast corner where the fallen mutant champion is. And then Vincent was up on the stairwell, kind of with the other dwarves and Kevin. So, Eric, if you can put yourself like halfway across that bridge by that.
Oh, by the green guy. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right down there. Yeah.
Yeah. No worries.
And just let me know when we're live, because I had something I wanted to yell out once it's clear that Silverado has fallen this guy.
I see. Okay. No problem. Yeah, we'll just do a brief recap and explanation here. And then Vincent, if you put yourself north and to the east a little bit where those you'll see like Deathada and Kevin.
Oh, over with the gang.
So those are like the dwarves and the human forces here. And I'll see if I can swap over to the battle view here too. And so you're sitting there amongst
right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we lost somebody on our Zoom call. Bodie!
No. He's fallen. Those 6 hit points did him in.
Guys, I'm the one that's supposed to have internet problems.
We take turns.
That's it. Yeah, take turns.
Well, anyway, so going over this image on the map, and I'll try to get it zoomed in here on the battle plan here as Silverado comes back in. But so you have the enemy forces there, and then you also have the Dwarven army and the coalition army there intermediate. So you have the let's see.
Oh, he just messaged us. He says he's casting Revivify on his computer.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Cool.
Well, I don't want
I just noticed on the main stream there, Ben. Just know our pictures or our images have gone a little bit off. Like that's probably because of Bodie jumping out.
Yeah, I don't want to fix them until he comes back because then I'll just have to fix them again. So.
Very good.
I can.
Awesome.
So, anyways, to go over a little bit of what happened last time, then. Eric, you're standing next to this magic user or whatnot. What did we say it was? Some kind of wizard or
magic user.
And he's
some kind of shaman or something, right?
Yeah, and he's casting magic on behalf of the Hobgoblin champion, but now the champion's been defeated.
And I ran up to him because I got the idea that he's trying to do what I was doing.
Right, and you guys were both kind of the
and one person's on the cheat here.
The spokesperson or the seconds for the champions, so to speak.
Right.
So
that's right.
So as for the stream, we'll take a brief break as Silverado comes back in. We should be back in just like 1 or 2 minutes, so just hang tight.
I'm back.
We're back.
We're all back.
Indeed. Let's go. We have here the site of this battle that has taken place between Silverado and the champion. And again, Silverado stands at the end of this temple of sorts that is dedicated to Shografleece. And you raise the spear in the air, and the enemy's heart is on the tip of the spear, and lightning erupts and thunder, and the lightning strikes the heart at the tip of the staff. And you feel some sort of magical energy enter this staff. And so the Hobgoblin champion has fallen, and the dwarves are celebrating, though a bit guardedly, because the other half of the auditorium here is still full of the enemy army. And as the gravity of this situation is coming to bear, a large winged figure is seen overhead.
Winged?
Yes.
Segintha?
No.
Oh, it's gonna be Condrazul on his griffin.
Oh, yo!
You see a hippogriff flying, coming from up the slope of this steep mountain. Again, this temple is built on the slope. And so if you picture the part where Silverado is towards the bottom of the temple here, zoom in just a little bit here.
Nice.
That area is perhaps 70 to 80 feet off the ground, very far off the ground. And so as you go,
That catwalk is.
yeah, the very
Cool.
that actual pillar that Silverado is on would be the highest part, and then as
Right
you
on.
cross that catwalk going back towards the main part of the auditorium here, that's a little bit closer to the ground. And
Right on.
then when you get to the topmost part of the temple, where the stairs are,
Right.
that's where
These
it
are
connects
all
to the
these
ground.
are all stairs here.
Yeah, and that leads to like this
Right.
kind of stadium seating that accommodates this place.
Right.
Let's see.
Is like the walkway I'm on kind of like a landing strip for him, or is he just like descending?
So if you picture this, the stonework kind of being laid on a flat foundation. So, but the hillside itself is sloping downwards. So you're very high above the ground because of the slope of the mountain. And then as you get back towards the main heart of the temple, the center of it is, I think, about 50 feet off the ground. And then as you go up to the main pillars on the very, northmost part of the temple there, those would be about 8 to 10 feet off the ground, that part, as well as that bottom left pillar. So, and then increasingly higher off the ground as the slope of the mountain descends southeasterly. So then you have these the Hobgoblin army seated here in the stadium watching the fight, and then the dwarves as well. And now that the battle is over, the dwarven side is celebrating, and the hobgoblins look dismayed. And as I said, this large winged figure comes flying in, mounted by none other than Condrazul. And so Condrazul comes flying in over the heads of these onlookers who are quite engaged in the battle at hand. However, Kaitank has around him archers and warriors. And Kaitank seems to somehow be prepared for this, as if he was expecting Condrazul. And arrows fly. They take down the Beastmaster and his winged mount, and they seem to go crashing to the earth behind this small ledge here.
What?
Behind which ledge?
Oh.
The ledge that they're standing upon there towards the back of the temple. So if you
Is that Kaitank kind of in the middle on the
if if you zoom in there, Kai Tank is the one that looks like the hobgoblin from the Monster Manual. And then Templeton Heroes is next to him holding that scepter and shield.
Okay, Tank's right there.
And then you have Dunlop,
Templeton.
the red-headed dwarf, right next to Templeton.
Right.
Then
Okay.
you have Templeton's second, who is in purple with the... he's in the purple cloak with the golden helm. And
Right
then you
on.
have with them Humnalda and Thragnown.
Right on.
And then you have the dwarves and different soldiers, descending those stairs, looking on.
Right.
And as this happens, Templeton Heroes is facing away from the Beastmaster, just as Condrazul's hippogriff is shot from the sky. And so Templeton dives to avoid these arrows from the hobgoblin archers, thinking that the archers are aiming for him.
This isn't good.
As he
Immediately
falls,
hits the deck.
yes, and he draws his scepter and maneuvers to cut down Kai Tank, hacking at his ankles. Kai Tank still being focused on Condrazul, who has flown in. There is chaos. Will everybody
Well.
please roll for me initiative?
I don't
Holy
know
crap.
any ways to shock people into not killing each other.
Man,
Oh, that was what
this is gonna be crazy.
Oh my God.
Hey, what's up,
So
Eric?
I rolled an 11.
Yay, man! I rolled 4, but natural 4.
I got a natural 1, which led to a 4.
So you're still ahead of me.
Yes.
I'm at 4. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. We're kind of all still kind of focused on you having just defeated this thing, and then all this
Yeah.
hell's breaking loose.
I
That's
had no
true.
key points.
And you have no key points.
Mhm.
Good stuff.
But I still have good health. So, there's that.
This is
I'm
gonna be
supposed-
crazy. Gosh.
Well-
Okay, man. How do we de-escalate this?
Well, let me think.
By killing everyone that's escalating it?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, Condrazul just kind of rolled on in.
And got downed immediately, right?
Got shot down.
And then there is chaos as the battle ensues. And the hobgoblins and the coalition draw their weapons, and they seem to begin almost clamoring over one another to get to the battle that is growing in tenacity. Kai Tank yells, "It's a trap!" And the hobgoblins and
It's not wrong.
dwarven forces collide in the center of the auditorium. I'm gonna try to get our battle scene set up here with the map as the main image real quick.
Holy crow. This is crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know how to do this, guys.
I can't yell at Kai Tank and be like, it's not a trap, because it was kind of a trap from the beginning. But, I maybe something like the old laws, like they still have to leave and we won't kill them, something like that. I have no clue. Plus, I'm not really persuasive, so it's not really my skill set.
So where I'm at this catwalk, it's like 50, 60 feet above the ground.
Yes.
Yes.
Do not get
And you're
knocked down.
Standing next to the hobgoblin witch or shaman here. And everybody seems to be a bit surprised by what has happened, yet they're all jumping to action. And Vincent, you're up.
Oh man, I'm first.
Yeah, man.
Oh crap. Okay.
What you got?
I hate
You're
going
there
first
on-
in these kind of situations.
On the auditorium steps, these steps are made of stone, to face the setting sun. And Sugar Fleas is leaving, and it's beginning to get dark. There's a light snow. You're just surrounded by these dwarves that have been roused to action by this turn of events. Again,
Well-
the noble has fallen, or rather dove out of the way, and is hacking at Kai Tank, the leader of the enemy army.
Vincent, I'll tell you this: you have you have one very obvious option, which is to do your thing and use a little magic, and your other option is to maybe impossible is to calm everything down. And if out of everybody, I believe you're the most able to, but it might not happen.
I'm going to hang on. Let me just check something here.
And again, Condrazol, there's a little bit of battle fog on the upper left corner. Condrazol is crashed kind of out of sight behind the temple where these the leaders are gathered.
Right on.
Okay, I'm gonna move.
So we kind of assume he's dead, right?
At the moment.
I would not assume that. It looked as though the
No?
arrows struck the hippogriff, and
Okay.
you kind of heard him yelling as he went to the ground. Be hard to say.
Okay.
So go ahead, Vincent.
I'm just gonna step kind of over here so I can sort of see what's going on in there, and I don't want to immediately escalate this just yet.
I have a great option to.
I know I do, but I'm not saying that's not coming. I was gonna step this. Okay, this is my turn. I'm gonna step up there and I'm just gonna go. Whoa! Whoa! Hang on! Whoa! And that's my turn.
The dwarves at hand are definitely receptive to Vincent shouting in such a fashion. As the day has gone on, everybody here has heard of your exploits, and the three of you are somewhat of growing legends here.
Easy! Easy! Whoa!
As long as nobody kills each other, we're fine.
Well-intentioned though your words are, will probably take more than that to quell these warriors' spirits at this point. And up here where Templeton Heroes has dove to the ground, he swings his scepter around again, striking again at Kai Tank, the leader of the Hobgoblin army.
Wow, man, this is a mess.
Oops. And I meant to roll once, and he misses. And Dunlop looks around up top, seeing the arrows fly overhead. Obviously more battle-hardened than this young prince who has been sent out here to the frontier, who is well above his head and just about to spoil any chance of diplomacy. And Dunlop tries to grab Templeton and seeming to try to want to restrain him.
No.
But Templeton is just moving furiously about, and he's not a very good fighter, but he's pretty wily and hard to get a hold of here, as he's just trying to get at the legs of Kai Tank, who sees that the other dwarf is moving to apprehend this commander. However, perhaps he does not fully understand the situation either, having this, his long, one of his old sergeants come flying in on the back of a hippogriff, shot down, and now the commander of the enemy army batting at his legs, and he draws his greatsword, holding it high overhead, and issues the command to Templeton to cease or be slain. And Eric, it's your turn.
Oh, I go after.
So
him.
they're
Oh, hold on a minute.
I'm sorry, did I skip you, Silverado?
yeah, Silverado goes first.
I
Yeah.
apologize. Silverado, you're up.
All right. Cool. Well, I can't do anything from back here. So I'm going to run. It's right in front of Vincent. Like a fast boy. And it's pretty chaotic, so if I were to yell, probably wouldn't be heard. Specifically to Mr. Hero.
So, you're going to try to run then all the way, darting past the shaman and Eric, getting up right in the center of this battle.
Do I still have that Shield of Faith on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
10
do.
minutes.
Okay. So I'm going to take my action then to run another 50 feet. And I'm going to go right up to here and kind of try and get in between the two.
Okay, to get to there, there is a statue in the way of a dragonborn warrior. And so the statue is about 20 feet tall. And there's a difference in height from the top of these stairs to that platform of about 15 feet. Because of the shape of this statue, you're going to need to make some kind of strength check, I would imagine, to climb up there.
Acrobatics or athletics?
Athletics.
Well, you can make a dexterity check with acrobatics if you want.
I would do that then.
Do some monk shit.
Just do some wall running crap.
Yeah. I'm a scrangly man. I got a 24.
Get all crouching tiger on this thing.
Yes, you easily scale this winged dragonborn statue, the champion of Sagantha. And there you are, right in the midst of Kai Tank and Commander Heroes. Kai Tank somehow keeping his wits about him, though I would not expect that to last much longer. And Templeton just almost as a child trying to strike at the opposition leader. The other hobgoblins are notching arrows into their crossbolts and bows, and the two at hand by Kai Tank are, moving to take him and remove him from the situation.
I'd like to do the classic hand between each of them. Specifically, no, not even at Kai Tank, just at Mr. Harrow, and just be like, "Hey, calm down, man. Hey."
He just took down our boy Condrazul, though, too.
I know that. I'm just trying to de-escalate this a little bit. I looked at Condrazul and I was like, I'm going to try to get this man to stop attacking you. Obviously not planned. I don't know why he's acting this way. I'm just trying to calm both of them down, but mainly Mr. Harrow. So please to stop attacking. This is going to get worse if you do.
Will you make some kind of charisma check?
Oh, yes, persuasion, my best skill. 14.
Hey, man.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use that fancy dandy DM inspiration that I got from drinking that holy water. Same roll.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Get this blathering idiot off me. And
I'm trying.
He kicks Templeton squarely across the jaw.
I look not approvingly.
As you get up to this higher vantage point, you see Condrazul and the Hippogriff. The Hippogriff laying on the ground, seeming to be badly injured. Condrazul has climbed off of its back and is moving swiftly towards you. Eric, you're up.
Cool. So, are all these guys? Sorry, I got to switch my controller. Are all these hobgoblins kind of focused on what's going on with Kai Tank, or they all kind of are facing this direction where Silverado is?
Well, animosity is quickly growing here, and if something doesn't change, then these hobgoblins seem as though they're interested to just charge these dwarfs who are on the opposing side.
That'd be a slugfest.
Does it look like any of them are looking up where I am right now? Or make a perception? Maybe I can tell.
They're not focused on you. No, they don't seem to be focused on you because the auditorium seems to be kind of split into the two halves of warriors here. They're staring across at each other, pretty much getting ready to Braveheart in the middle of this auditorium.
They're fairly far away from us as well, eh? I'm going to take
30 feet away from what would be the center of this conflict.
I'm going to try and push the shaman off the edge of the catwalk.
Okay.
The choice has been made.
Make a strength check, please.
Athletics?
Sure. Yep.
Yeah. $17, and he has to oppose. It's with
Mr. Shaman Man.
he made it.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, this is going to be
That's
messy now.
That's a nat 20 -2 in 18.
Oh,
He had to roll a nat 20 to
He
beat
had
you.
to roll a nat 20.
wow. Well played, sir. Well played.
The choice has been made.
Now
time
it's
to
gonna get
roll.
now it's gonna get messy.
He catches his balance and then attacks you with a swing of his staff. He
Oh,
misses.
that'll miss. Yeah.
And the half of the stadium filled with hobgoblins begin to yell even louder, and those who are holding war drums begin to beat them, and the two sides charge each other, colliding in the center of this auditorium.
Nice.
All right.
Man.
Well,
I'll just move a few of them here to represent that, but they're all now just clamoring over each other to get at one another. Vincent, you're caught up in the fray here as well, and things are not looking good as far as peace.
Just
talks are
before
going.
the end of my turn, I will just pivot so that he has to go like around me to get off this catwalk.
Okay.
And sorry, that'll be the end of my
Okay. Kai Tank shakes off the hobgoblins who are trying to get him out of harm's way and says, quick, take him down, and points behind the temple to where Condrazul is. He's a traitor. And then he also says, release a volley, and waves his hand at the group of dwarves who are all clamoring over each other to try to get at the hobgoblin warriors. And with that, Dunlop releases Templeton Heroes, throwing him to the side, and Dunlop draws his sword, and Thragnown draws his hammer, as does Umnalda, and the three dwarfs are now side by side, giving each other glances and getting ready to make their move against the leader of the hobgoblin army.
well then.
Vincent, you're up.
Okay. So all of this group here is starting to push into the right where I'm at.
Yeah.
Wow, this is crazy.
Okay. I'm going to sort of take us. Oh, I mean, doing the wrong thing. I might end up getting an opportunity attack here, but I'll take it. It's fine. I'm gonna kind of step away and roll around this way, just to kind of get away from the immediate attack. And I am going to. Where is it? This Silverado here. Yep, there's my spot. Right there. You guys know what's coming.
It get hot, isn't it?
I'm dropping a fireball.
Okay. As you step back to drop your magical spell, the hobgoblin does strike out at you, and you're going to take 4 damage, but this also opens him up to an attack from the dwarf who slays him.
I'll take the 4 damage. That's fine.
How many are we targeting with this fireball here?
As many as I can get. I put it there because that should. I think it should catch some of these guys up here because 20-foot radius. So we'll get some of these guys up here. I don't think it's going to quite make it to Condrazul, or I mean to Kai Tank. And then
Oh my
it
god.
should pretty much take out. Yeah, that whole force.
The radius will come from a corner, so we're looking at like a 8x8 square here. Let's see.
It's like someone like slapping Vincent and then him just dropping a nuke.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a DC 15 dexterity save. Oh, and I rolled good for the damage too. That's 30 points of damage to the failed save.
Wow.
15 for successes.
We talking about shifting it left 1 from here where I've drawn this square?
Because you're gonna get those people.
I'm a little bit further over.
And then we'll only hit one dwarf potentially. And
Yes.
just a
Yeah.
a
Price.
crap load of
I mean, listen,
hobgoblins.
It's the cost of doing
That's-
business.
Oh, no. What are we doing?
It's the cost of doing business.
I did not want to open with this because I didn't want to start
Clear
the fight. But
option.
if they're
Oh,
gonna
my
start swinging,
goodness.
like,
We prove time and time again we'll summon gods and kill
guys,
tons of
don't cluster up. I will blow you up. That's just
Vincent-
what happens.
Don't you have another
Vincent
one?
doesn't start fights; he finishes them.
Exactly.
I'm just counting here.
That's the motto.
Oh,
I do still have another 3rd level slot, so yeah, this might be repeated if we need to.
So
We'll
I'm counting 27 hobgoblins here if I shift this area of effect one left. So
Out of
Sounds-
40, by the way.
Sounds awesome.
I'm gonna roll 27 d20s and then what is the DC again?
15 deck save.
Okay, so I should have a +1, but I think if I did that, it would mess up my dice roll. So we'll act as though I need to beat a 14 with a +0 because they should have their +1.
Yeah, that's
And-
right. Yeah,
Makes sense. Yeah.
-1 off
So-
of mine instead of +1 in all theirs. That works.
Oh, will it give me individual rolls? Yes.
It
cool.
will.
Okay.
One,
So
two.
let's see. First
We got
4 made it.
one,
Wow, you rolled pretty good.
2,
One of the next
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 12 failures is what I counted.
Close enough. Okay. And then
One.
they're going to take half
That's
damage
fine.
on a fail. Is that right?
On a success,
That's
they
right.
take half damage.
Or on a
Yeah.
success?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So 15 for success and 30 for the ones that fail.
15
Vincent,
people saved.
you know, these are warriors, but your magic has just grown and grown in power. And though they are hardened warriors, none of them are a match for the power of this fireball in particular. It deals so much damage that although they're diving out of the way, diving beneath the stadium steps here, taking cover behind whatever they can, all of them are incinerated.
Just engulfed me.
And I'm going to say, I said, whoa.
And will you make for me, please, a charisma check?
Yeah.
As just
whoa.
the half,
Any chance?
over half
Any
of
chance
the
it could?
I'm sorry. Go
Any
ahead.
chance it could be? Any chance it could be intimidation, considering the?
Yes.
Boom.
That is a 16. Not great for me, but
Wow. And you've just laid waste to what are we? We're talking almost about 2/3 of the hobgoblin army here. I think they're numbering about 40 on each side.
Yeah.
And
Good
even if
job.
they didn't want to halt, there are only 4 of them left on the front line. And as they just look behind themselves, there's just a huge ball of fire and smoke
Oh.
rising into the air. And they tremble and drop their weapons for a moment. And the dwarves who they're facing also step back in awe.
One guy gets scorched.
Did I kill that dwarf, by the way?
You
Yeah, is that
did.
dwarf dead?
Unfortunately, one of the dwarves perishes. And yes,
They know how war works. Sorry.
you did your best, I think.
The cleanest option.
Seriously.
Will that wrap up your turn?
Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's fine.
Oh my goodness. Okay. The tides of battle have just shifted dramatically in favor of the coalition and the dwarves, and perhaps peace is an option again. Silverado, you're up.
I look at what Vincent just did and I was like, wow, I thought I was gonna have to do a lot more. I like to take stock of the situation. So the goblins are scared. They're frightened. I like to look at
You mean the 4 or 5 left?
yeah. I want to look at the Mr. Nobleman who's taking a swing at Kai Tank.
Wow.
See how he's doing.
Boom.
I want to see if he's got some confidence that's
Will you
not
roll an
rightly
insight
given.
check for me, please?
I will do so. Maybe he'll finally wise up that there's a
With
9.
Make a check with advantage, please.
Okay, here we go, everybody.
Oh yeah.
We're doing it again. That's a +6, by the way.
Damn.
All right. He
Darn
rolled
it.
9 and then he rolled 8 total.
Well, this prince seems like the sort of person that is not going to admit when they're wrong, and is going to have a hard time giving anything up.
All right. I look towards Condrazul, and I clock eyes with him, and I just kind of like,
I mean, Kai Tank?
or no, Kai Tank's the warlord. I'm
Right.
looking towards Condrazul
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Ignore me.
because he's trying to like run towards Kai Tank essentially and try and take him out, right?
Yes.
I look towards him. I look at everybody else, and it's kind of like nod to myself, and I rear up, and I smack Kai Tank across the face.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Here we go.
All right, one punch, 13.
Kai Tank raises his shield, and you punch his shield.
All right, another punch, 9. Okay, third punch, 25.
25 will hit.
Okay, I've lost all my rolling mojo apparently.
Yeah.
You're just exhausted, man, from fighting the other guy.
Yeah, I guess I am. No key points means bad rolls. So I do 8 damage to him.
Okay.
I was hoping it would be more damage than that, but I'll take it.
Kai Tank looks up excitedly as the plume of smoke lifts into the air, and he darts to this walkway. He is not known and trusted by the dwarves, so he makes a straight line for Kai Tank. And he climbs up here, and as he crests this small platform, he sees Templeton Heroes on the ground striking at Kai Tank. He ignores him, moves to Kai Tank.
I give a thumbs up to the dwarves. Like, this was the plan all along.
And he holding his this staff or javelin, uses it as a bow staff to strike the warlord of the hobgoblin army. But a 2 is not going to hit.
Man, everyone's just... Kai Tank's unstoppable. You'll never get hit.
Kai Tank yells, "You're damned by the ancient laws!" And he raises his sword to attack Condrazul.
Ooh.
Sorry, friend, just politics.
Oh,
Oh.
nat 20.
Ooh. Not 20 on going on against Condrazul.
Okay.
This is gonna lurk.
Man, that he invoked those ancient laws and it worked.
Roll some damage.
All right. Well, we'll have to keep this man alive, I guess.
Condrazul takes a solid blow from the long sword, and then Kai Tank steps up with his shield to bash Condrazul, trying to knock him off the edge of the platform. A 22 will definitely hit. We'll see.
Man, this scene was going to be epic. We're going to instantly kill Kai Tank, and then Contrazul is going to take the crown, and he's going to be a rule. No, he just gets flattened out, and I die.
Well, he's knocked backwards and falls on the edge here.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no. Okay. The warriors of Kai Tank's army dash up the stairs despite their fear and move to the side of their commander. The others continue backing up, afraid of Vincent and just seeing their defeat at hand. Looks like I have about 5 of them up here on the front line who are backing away slowly, and these other 6 on the lower part of the auditorium have they dive off the edge actually as the fireball strikes, just in complete fear, and they're trying to gather up their weapons now that they're down here below.
They're piecing out.
I don't have time for this. I gotta get out of here.
See you guys. Morale fail.
Things just got really bad.
And Eric, it is your turn.
Immediately I draw my shiny war pick in my left hand, Oblivion in my right hand, clang the ends together and ring the bell and come in at the shaman hardcore.
Kill that shaman. Take him out. We don't want no voodoo.
The first attack is a 10 to hit. Will not probably very good.
Miss.
Yes. Second attack. 24.
24 will hit.
As I come in high and miss, I kind of reverse and come in low and take out his leg. Try and take out his legs with my warhammer. 6 bludgeoning damage. An extra 6 maneuver damage for 12 total, and he needs to make a DC 15 strength save.
This man's gonna die just from falling.
Or he's gonna just to trip him. I'm not gonna knock him over. This is a trip.
I thought you were pushing him off.
17.
He's amazing at strength
That's a
saves.
strong shaman.
Yeah.
I'll come in with my war pick with my offhand. Where is it? Here it is.
Strong boy.
20 to hit.
Hits.
Nice. For 6 piercing damage.
That's
Okay.
3 6s in a row, everybody. Devil's number.
Again, sweeping through with my left hand, I try and trip him again. For 3 more, and he gets another strength save, DC 15.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought the strong shaman was gonna
Fails.
shine through again.
With that trip, bang the ends together and use my action surge to attack him 2 more times.
Oh my
Goodness,
god.
okay.
This will be at advantage because he's on his ass now
Peanut
I
butter
am
out of this
with
guy.
Oblivion.
I'm not the only broken character.
23 to hit
Hits.
for 12 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
It's 30 total.
Not
You've
yet,
done.
So-
Slan.
He's still alive?
Yes.
All right, my last attack.
Take 'em
23 to
out.
hit again.
Hits.
For, come on, 12 more. 10.
Hey, that's 43 if I count right.
The shaman falls slain off of the ramparts here.
Nice.
No
And then I'll
magic.
just, with that, I'll try and see how much room I got here. Oh, sorry, wrong tool. I'll just move up to get shoulder to shoulder with my buddy Vincent. And I'll end my turn there.
Okay. From behind Kai Tank, the hobgoblin holding a crossbow aims at you, Silverado.
Okay. I'm gonna get riddled with arrows. No,
And 19 will hit.
no, it will not. I got
No.
Shield of Faith.
Oh, savage.
You can deflect those too, can't you?
I don't have any key points. I am out.
You don't have to use a key point. You only use a key point to throw it back.
Oh well,
I think deflect. I think it's just your reaction.
well, yeah, but there's no point in me doing that because I can't have a key point to do damage to him.
But you could stop the damage. I mean, not with
did-
this. I'm talking about if he hits you.
Yeah.
Which you have a million. Your AC is 1 million right now, so it's not really a problem.
Yeah. In the event that it happens.
The hobgoblins below you in the auditorium are backing away from the army of dwarves and the coalition from the 3 kingdoms. And the one who's chief among them, or who seems to be keeping their bearings the best, points up to Kai Tank and says, "For Kai Tank!" And the ones who are wielding melee weapons stop to guard the 2 who have crossbows, and they fire up at you, Silverado.
Okay. Getting focused. Here we go.
But yeah, you punch their boss in the face.
Oh, okay.
Let them draw attention.
One boy shot me.
I think we're waiting on the other dice. Oh, maybe not. Here we are.
Okay.
No good.
Just one.
Gotta. Oh, I meant to roll twice. So the 21 there will hit, I'm assuming.
Yes, it will hit. Nothing I can do to stop that. Let's see.
Not bad. 4 damage.
Oh,
The arrow
that's
strikes you in the back.
immediately negated. I use my reaction to catch the arrow and store it for later.
That brings us to Vincent.
Okay, let's see here. All right, so I am going to. Yeah, I'm gonna do something a little out of character for me.
Oh,
I'm gonna move towards the enemy.
hey! He's advancing. Look, Eric, he's advancing.
Because I see these guys shooting at. I see these guys shooting at my boy Silverado over here, and I cannot have that. So I'm gonna step up to here, get right into the thick of them, and I'm going to. My eyes are gonna go black. I'm gonna unfurl my wings, and I'm gonna release my necrotic shroud.
Ooh.
All these guys need to make a some sort of saving throw. I think it's a
Probably a wisdom.
Well, let me check. Where's it at?
Yeah, I think it is charisma.
It is a charisma saving throw.
The one just above you fails. Now diagonal to you. Fails. The one to the left of you
0.
succeeds. Now the first archer behind them. A 13.
Fails.
And the other archer an 8.
Also fails.
And that
So-
20.
All of them that failed are now frightened of me. And then I will.
So look up what frighten does, because I forget.
They have disadvantage, I believe.
And I can't move
If they-
closer.
Yeah, and they can't move closer to me. And if I'm in their line of sight, they have disadvantage on any attack roll.
Nice.
On anybody.
Nice. Okay.
On any roll they make is with disadvantage if they can see me. So what I'm gonna do next is, now that I've scared the crap out of them, I'm going to pop over here, right there, with my Misty Step.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh.
So they're
So you disappear from sight and then reappear on the steps that are leading up to where the
Yeah. Actually I'm gonna
the
go
leadership is.
I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna go right there with
Right in the thick of it.
right in the middle of where, because that way they can't fire at Silverado without seeing me.
You're right
And they
next
can't-
to Kai Tank and Silverado and then the Hobgoblins.
Hey,
Yeah, but
Vincent!
Kai Tank is pretty focused on Silverado right now. I'm gambling on him not immediately noticing me pop up, and those guys cannot advance in this direction, and they have disadvantage on any attacks in this direction.
Cool. Okay.
And I'm just gonna
makes
stand at the
sense.
ledge, just wings unfurled, just the whole darkness, and just staring them down.
And Vincent, as you unleash more magic on this, what is becoming a hapless hobgoblin army, the dwarves begin banging their shields in unison, following the lead of Eric, who clangs his weapons from time to time. And so following in his rhythm, they begin slowly marching towards the hobgoblins, who are now terrified of you and just looking to each other for what to do next. And will that resolve your turn?
Yeah, I mean that's action, bonus action, movement. That's everything I got.
And then we were at Silverado.
Well, I'm happy that some guys are not going to be able to hurt me as much or as easily. I look at Vincent showing up right in front of me, and then I look towards Eric down there with the rest of the Dwarven army or the coalition, the 4 guys behind Kai Tank and Condrazul. I look back at the doors behind me and I say, Condrazul's cool. Don't kill him. Kill this guy instead. And I look towards Kai Tank and I say, let me show you how we do it in the bars. And I wind up for a haymaker right across the face. Which is totally going to miss, by the way. A 10.
10 will miss. Again, he holds his shield up. Your fist ricochets off of it.
Man, your shield's annoying.
Will you accompany your request to the others with a persuasion check, please?
Oh, yes, I would do that. Because he did just show up out of nowhere. A 5. I just don't roll today, apparently.
They're coming, man. The rolls are coming. It's okay. It's okay.
Dunlop, please.
Has Thragnown met Condrazul?
I believe
he would have been with us, right?
He's met him. I don't know if he knows about the alliance that we have.
Sure.
Yeah, a lot of our meetings, they haven't been in those meetings, but they've been with us when we've seen him.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember when Condrazul met you on the snowy path on the top of Dalrin Caillou. Thragnown was with you at that point, so he's at least seen this hobgoblin before.
This guy who keeps showing up. All right. Well, then, seeing that nothing's working, apparently, I just go back and I just try to kick him in the leg because I don't know what else to do. A 15.
Miss. Your foot will hit him right in his armor.
Like, what are you wearing? I go for it. I don't know. I try to stomp on his foot. A 23. I guess that works. And 9 damage to him.
Okay. Yes, he is heavily armored in plate mail here. Kai Tank turns to you, Silverado. He raises his greatsword.
Your shield sucks.
Or his longsword, excuse me. And swings it at you. $18.
Nah.
Well, that's Shield of Faith.
Mm-hmm. That's helping.
Kai Tank is a skilled swordsman, and his sword comes over again, attacking you a second time.
Oh, that hit for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 28.
Will do it. And you'll take 8 damage. Kai Tank looks over his shoulder and then sees you, Vincent, as he's about to yell, "Focus on this one!" and points at you. Perhaps more of a "this one," pointing at you, Vincent, and the hobgoblins who you're in the thick of move to surround you under the behest of their battle commander.
Bring it on.
A 21.
Uh-oh.
That, I believe, will hit.
Nah, you got 3 shields of faith on. You're fine.
Another steps up to surround you and attacks you with their sword. A 22.
That one misses.
Strange.
Interestingly enough, yeah.
And yet another steps up to join the fray, hitting you for perhaps a third time.
Yep, all 3 hit.
Okay.
Let's see how bad you are.
The first strike will deal 7 damage. The second 9. Nice. And the third 6. As
22.
These hobgoblin warriors surround you, finally finding their training and able to keep their heads finally under the orders of their leader. How are you looking on health there, Vincent?
Good. I'm good. I'm still a little over half. I got
Nice.
28 left.
The hobgoblin who's holding the crossbow here steps back to get a clearer shot at you, Vincent, and you can take an attack of opportunity at him if you like.
I will. I can't do much, but I'll
Hey,
try to whack him with my staff, I guess.
Fighting for your life here. Might as
Yep.
well.
Oh wait, can I use my can I still use my magic sword even though I'm not on speaking terms with my patron?
Yes.
Okay. So 14.
Oh, it's literally called magic sword.
14 will not hit.
Okay, that's all right.
And this is your katana? Is that what we're talking here?
Yeah.
Right on.
No, it's called magic sword. I see it right there in the chat.
The
Yeah.
magic sword.
I didn't know what it was when I first got it, so I never updated it.
Hey, it's magic. It's a sword.
Yeah, it's
Magic
not
sword.
inaccurate. All right, what am I getting?
What are you getting?
Well, that was just you had an opportunity attack and missed. He just got away from
Oh,
you.
I thought he was taking a step back to shoot at me.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, I apologize. Here we go.
Oh,
Oh, damn it.
why'd you remind
I
him?
know, I was moving on to the other group there.
Oh shoot.
My mistake.
Don't worry, it
14.
won't hit.
Hits.
Didn't you get better armor?
Yeah, my armor class
That's why
went
it's
from 12 to
14.
13.
Oh,
13.
that's just 2.
Take 2
Oh,
damage.
that's not bad. I'm fine.
The group down below you is trying to rally here, though moving quickly away from the dwarves ahead of them who are clanging their shields with their weapons, stepping forward, trying to encourage the army of the 3 kingdoms to do the same. And let's see, 5, 10. They're going to move back, and then the 2 who are holding crossbows are going to shoot at you, Eric.
With disadvantage.
Oh, they think so, do they?
Very good.
Well, except for no, both the crossbow guys failed, right?
21 would
Yes,
hit.
they did. Yes, they did.
Okay.
So
21 will hit me.
the 9 will be the low of that, so he'll fail because we're at disadvantage. And then
Okay. Now my AC is 18.
Oh wait,
7.
I'm sorry. I thought they were shooting at silver. They yeah, no, they wouldn't have disadvantage because I'm not in their line of sight in that direction.
do you have to, how much? I feel like they have line of sight on you.
Okay,
Peripheral.
never
Yeah.
mind then.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I might have to analyze the text a little bit better, but I feel like you're within their line of sight. They're
Yeah, like a cone.
choosing
Yeah.
to focus on Eric instead of you, but yeah.
Yeah, basically the way it's worded is the frightened effect is disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight, and they can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear. So, yeah, I guess I would still kind of be in the periphery there.
Yeah, we'll
They're
go with
trembling.
that,
They're
and
just
if we
firing at me.
Need to analyze it, we will. Yeah, they
Yeah, I'm good.
unfortunately their arrows just go soaring overhead as the fear that was instilled in them by Vincent, and I believe that brings us to you, Eric.
Nice. Okay. So it's getting hairy around where Vincent and Silverado are, eh?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But
Okay.
you're
It
gonna
seems
have
to
to
be
go
where the
one
main
way or
focus of the
another.
battle is. The rest of the army has pretty much been dispatched by Vincent's magic. And then you've slain
So-
the shaman who is lending the magical aid. Yeah.
You can get. Remember,
So
I had.
I will move to about here. Just looking for.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just moving a little bit closer.
Just like moving
And
up
this-
the steps
this-
of the amphitheater towards the leadership.
Can I see Condrazul, or I can just see these guys on the edge? I can't really see Condrazul.
Condrazul is just out of sight.
Sorry,
I would
Kai
imagine.
Tank.
Kai Tank,
Sorry,
you
Kai
can
Tank.
see. You can see his upper torso.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
I'll kneel down.
All right. So as I move up, I'm kind of yelling. I start yelling at the dwarves. Let's go! Let's go! Let's get them! Come on! Let's go! Like they're just standing around, right?
Yeah,
Kevin, come on! Let's
yeah,
go!
they're just like moving slowly but aggressively
go.
towards the army. But yeah, they.
And
need
as
to
I'm
be
moving up, I
rallied.
kind of put my hammer and my pick out and grab a couple of javelins, and I'm gonna let fire on this guy behind. First, this guy behind Vincent, and just see how that goes, and take it from there. So my first attack on the guy behind Vincent with one of my javelins. Sorry, gotta switch cheats. There we go. 18. So I don't know why I have that advantage on.
Hits.
You always have it on. I don't know how you.
Oh, I can turn it off. No, you can change it to normal.
I know. I just know. I don't know why you always have it on. It's like default.
For 6 piercing damage to the one behind Vincent here.
Okay, solid hit, but he's still up.
And then I've got one on each end, so I'll toss the one to my left over to my right and fire another one at him. Oh, come on. Sorry, guys.
No worries.
Hit him in this. Hit him
19 to hit.
A 19. Yes, you find the sweet spot between the chainmail and indeed it
And
hits.
deal 8 more.
He falls slain and slumps over the side.
Nice. He falls over the side.
Yes,
I have a bad habit of losing all my javelins.
You can get down there after the battle, no problem.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
it's all good. And Vincent is within. I can't do that without dropping concentration on Silverados.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
Okay. And with that, I'll pivot and just I'm gonna keep focus on these guys that are running away. But that's where I'll stop right there.
Okay. So we'll have Condrazul act. Condrazul gets to his feet and begins focusing his energy into this staff and tries to strike High Tank with it.
Come on, man. Ooh.
Goodness.
This is a heck of a battle, guys. This is heck of fun.
It is.
You know, the staff doesn't connect with Kai Tank. It just glances off his back, off of the armor. Condrazul begins whispering to himself, and the tree behind you all to the west begins to shake, and suddenly a flock of ravens flies out and begins swarming around the hobgoblin behind Kai Tank. The swarm moving quickly towards Kai Tank, seeming to be brought on by the words of Condrazul.
You doing it,
Nice.
man?
And then Vincent, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to, and again, I'll take the opportunity attacks if they go for it, but I'm going to roll around to behind Silverado back this way because I don't belong.
Provoke from Kai Tank there.
That's fine. I got to get away from there.
All right.
Gotta
roll some
leave.
attacks here.
I gotta get
First, Kai
out of
Tank
this
swings
place.
at you with his long sword. Ooh.
Ooh,
Nice.
should have not done that.
Okay.
All right, Vincent's
Sorry,
dead.
it's fine.
Everybody.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm not dead yet.
No, Vincent's dead.
Not quite dead.
He's gonna fall off the ledge and just slam into the snow. Just kind of flop.
And you'll take 15 damage from the long sword as it cracks across your back.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
That's fine. That's fine. We're good. We're good.
You have like 13 hit points.
The warriors at his
Close to
side
that.
follow the lead of their commander, and they strike at you as well.
Okay.
The first hit comes in. 15.
Hits.
Oh,
We will roll some damage from another long sword. Ooh. They seem to be inspired by their leader and his
Still up.
strike rings true, you'll take 9 damage.
That's like
still
four
up. I'm
or
still
5
up.
hit points.
1. I have 1.
1 hit point. All
I have
right.
1 hit point.
And as you're trying to get away, the third one is
Come on,
going to
come on,
strike
come
at you
on.
as well.
Miss me, miss me, miss me.
Deflect.
Ah,
Yeah.
misses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You only
and-
need 1 hit point, man. You only need 1.
That's all I need.
Only need 1.
Okay. I am going to right there.
He's pulling
Yeah.
it out.
I'm going to reach into my pocket. I'm going to pull out my gem of spell storing, and I'm going to cast my stored fireball spell right there on that spot. And if I measure that out correctly, it should catch Kaitank, just miss Silverado, and get just everybody that's left.
No, I'll be in it. Unless you shift from where I'm measuring, at least. Maybe
Well,
shift it over 1 and I'll be fine. Nope. How does this work? How does math work?
Diagonal is crazy on.
Yeah,
it's
weird. I thought I found a sweet spot.
So from the one I'm
you can just
on
not
right
move
now.
as far if you need to, if it's a matter of range.
No, it's not a matter of range. It's just a matter of where I position. I was trying to figure out if I can.
If you
maybe
do
if I
it
over here.
So you're trying
There
to
we go.
just not hit Silverado.
I'll drop it right there because
Okay.
it'll catch Kaitank, miss Silverado, and I'll miss like this one guy out on the outskirts here.
Am I
This
rolling
guy.
saves for this?
Yeah.
15.
DC 15 deck save. I'll
see,
roll the damage.
If you did hit me, I might save. I hope I would save.
Another good roll.
If I
28
didn't
damage.
save,
Kaitank had advantage on that. A 15. Will a 15 do it?
15 just saves. Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so he'll take half damage, and then once again, this is such a powerful fireball that the other hobgoblins, though they try to dive off into the snow, they're just incinerated by the fire and smoke, and they're slain. And
I'm gonna
some of
use
the swarm of ravens is caught up in the fireball as well, but a good number
I'm sure
of them are
I'm sure
avoided.
Condrazul will accept me. Will forgive me. He'll understand. I used 15 feet of movement to get to there, and then I turned around and did that. So I'm going to use the other 15 to slink away as far back as I can. And I'm just going to sort of like
Get some human shields too. Don't forget. Get
You
them
pat
shields.
one of the guys on the back.
yeah.
It's all about Operation Human Shield at this point, Vincent.
And I will stand. I forget. Is taking a potion, is that an action or a bonus action?
It's an action.
It's an action.
Damn. Okay. Never mind. I will stay right there.
Sit tight.
Silverado, you're up. Oh, excuse me. Let me act
You're
on
like, you
behalf
guys are. It's your turn. You're good. You got it.
Let me act on behalf of Templeton here. Templeton gets to his feet and takes a wrestling stance, throwing his scepter to the ground. Oh, come on now, Kaitank.
Yeah.
Me.
Get him, man.
And he moves to apprehend the warlord.
Get him. Take him out. I fully expect this to go bad.
He misses as Kaitank drops an elbow on his back, and the young prince splays across the ground. Silverado, you're up.
Better luck next time, eh? I look towards how hurt is Kaitank looking? Is he like still doing pretty well for himself?
Kaitank hasn't taken a lot of damage. A lot of your strikes have been ineffective because of how heavily armored he is.
Yeah, it has.
Do you still hold the spear that you did battle with?
No, I could have carried it, but I didn't. I didn't feel like I would need it.
What'd you do with that? Out of
Well, I imagine after stuff started hitting the fan, I took the heart at the end of it and I just stabbed it in the ground next to the dude's dead body and just ran.
Okay.
Just out in the backdrop.
Lightning begins to spawn from the tip of this spear that you have left behind and arcs up to the clouds.
Hey, hey, Condrizzle, how's it going, man? Doing all right?
This is not how I envisioned this, to say the least. We're
Oh,
getting it done.
me neither, but we're gonna do this, all right? You and me. After that, I look and I just try to like punch him in the chest. Didn't work. I got a 10. After I nearly break my knuckles on his chest, I'm like, oh, what's going on? I try to go for a kick underneath his leg. 18?
18 will miss.
Ew, miss. Oh no. I looked towards Kai-Tank. I was like, man, or Conjure. I'm like, man, you got to do something soon, man. I'm not doing anything to this dude. And I go in for the just hit him in the knee, I guess. No, I got a 1.
Well, as Kai Tank is fending off you and Templeton Heroes, he raises his long sword high into the air and brings it down across the back of Templeton.
Oh yeah.
We're rolling the dice.
Across or through it?
Fine. He's gonna be okay. You know, he dies in battle. He dies with glory. You know, gets honor, all that fun stuff.
The first hit misses, but again, Kai Tank is a skilled swordsman. He comes back with a second hit, and this strike seems to knock Templeton unconscious. Hopefully not worse. As the thick of the blade just comes crashing down across the back of Templeton's head, and the young prince is unmoving.
I just look at him like, oh man, he's dead. He's gone.
Eric, you're up.
So it's I'm about 20 feet from Kai Tank, but there's a little bit of maneuvering around this statue. Is that right?
Yeah. I had to finagle my way through it.
Right, you'll need to climb about 15 feet high to get up
Okay.
there. And you
Okay.
can use the statue to climb.
I just had a lot of movement.
I see. Well, from where I'm standing, I'm going to throw two. Can I see Kai Tank now? Do I have a better angle at him? Now that Vincent's not in the way.
You can still see only his upper torso.
Okay, that's a bigger target than his legs. I'll throw 2 javelins at Kai Tank, and then we'll see what happens from there. So here goes. Pull out javelin number 1. It's going to miss.
Trust me. Eric, it doesn't work.
Javelin number 2. 20 hit.
A 20 will hit.
Nice.
Why is everyone hitting this man?
So that second throw, it kind of hits Kai Tank kind of lower torso. I'm gonna see if I can trip him with this throw. So with 7 piercing damage. Oh shoot! Sorry, just a second. 7 maneuver damage, and he needs to make a DC 15 strength save, or he's tripped prone.
Please. It won't happen, but it's a nice thought.
Yeah, why not? I'm just going for the maneuver damage, so it's just a bonus if he falls.
21.
He'll be okay.
Hey,
It wasn't the right angle to trip him, really.
You gotta hope that he's top heavy.
And then after that, I'm gonna move in. I'll at least move in to try and work my way to get into melee with these guys. So I can, if I get there, that kind of gives you the idea that I'm at the bottom. I'm at the bottom of this. I haven't had a chance to climb up yet, but
Yes.
on the edge to climb up. That's where I'll stop there because I don't want to climb halfway and leave myself in a bad position. That'll be then my turn.
Okay. Kai
There's 2 more
Tank
javelins.
steps up to Condrazul as the swarm envelops him. And he tries to fend off this swarm of ravens that began plucking at his head. And he's going to take some damage from that. As the ravens begin pecking at his unprotected head. And Condrazul will again raise his staff against Kai Tank, trying to do battle with this magical weapon.
This guy's gotta do it.
The dice roll here on Roll20 is a little slow tonight.
There's a bit of a lag, eh?
Yeah, it hates me. I don't know why.
It does not like you tonight, man.
A 6 is not going to do it.
It's been fine for me.
Oh, yeah, I know it's been okay for you.
Through that.
Condrazul doesn't seem to have the answer for Kai Tank when it comes to hand-to-hand combat. But the ravens that he's called out of the tree are seeming to, have some effect on the commander of the enemy army. From below in the auditorium, the two who are holding crossbows fire at you, Eric.
Oh,
Don't-
I see how it is.
Do they get disadvantage still, or is Vincent
Vincent's
too
probably.
So will a
These
15
guys,
hit?
these guys are still alive?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think only one. I think they all didn't. They all, but maybe one survived.
I think one lived.
This guy in the back right here was the one I couldn't catch. All the other ones got engulfed.
Sorry, I spaced on that. They're deleted.
No problem.
They're
He can still
slain.
hit me though. I admire his
He,
his tenacity to stay in the fight.
he,
He's burning alive.
is
His
just having
last will.
a really hard time coming to grips with the battle, and the terror that has seized him is preventing him from attacking you. And he turns and flees in horror, jumping to join his friends who are now moving away slowly down below.
I guess he does want to try and live forever.
A wise move.
The other dwarves at hand, Dunlop, Thragnon, and Humnalda, are at your side, Silverado, poising for their moment to strike at Kai Tank. Vincent, you're up.
Okay. I am going to step over to the one side here, just so I can get a clear shot. And I'm going to Eldritch Blast Mr. Kai Tank.
There you are.
So
Yeah, you
will
are.
a 26 hit?
Hits.
Okay, that's 9 force damage from that one. Second blast, a 21,
Hits.
and that will also be 9 points of damage.
Nice.
And then I will back up another. Well, no, hang on. This is a stairwell down. This goes down, right?
Yes, behind you is the stairs.
Okay, yeah. So I don't want to. I'll take just like a couple steps back, just so like I can't really be sort of kind of ducking down a little bit. But that'll be my turn.
And Eric, you have rallied the dwarves, and they begin rushing to this statue of the champion, and so too do the soldiers from the army of the Three Kingdoms, and they begin climbing their way up to assault the leader of the army that has abandoned its post now, and only Kai Tank stands there alone, facing the entire army.
Man, these guys have lost all their street cred, in my opinion, man.
Yeah, it's like World War Z, where all the zombies are climbing on top of each other. It's just the entire coalition army just scrambling to get up there first.
A
Silverado,
little late to the dance, though.
you're up.
Okay, well, I am going to move here to make room for people to come up since I see that everyone's scrambling. I'm just going to look at Condrazul and just be like, I'm trying. And no, I try to punch him, but he got a 13. I hit again, and I'm just looking at my hand, just like, what's going on?
Knuckles are all bloody.
I go again in the same spot. Oh, I hit
26
Nice.
will hit.
7. I look up to the sky, and I just give a thumbs up to whoever's looking and letting me hit, and I go again in the same spot. Oh, same score. I rolled 2 26s in a row. Let's go.
Nice.
7s in a row.
Your 7s in a row.
Let's go. And that'll be my turn as I just look at my bloody knuckles and say, after this guy's dead, you got to convince those people you're okay.
Wow.
Well,
This is funny.
Kai Tank yells in Goblin or some other language that you can't understand. And the warriors down below who have leapt to the snow seem to rally a bit. And they all move closer.
Unless the ones that are frightened are all dead, so.
If not, then perhaps
Well, it was-
something in the warlord's command has removed such fear from them.
That frighten effect only lasts for 1 round. So
Oh, okay.
Oh, my bad. I was acting that out a little too long then. No worries.
It's okay. It's fair given what happened to them all.
Devastating. The
they're-
archer among them shoots at you, Eric.
Fair enough.
Take some hits.
Nope. Bats it away with his.
Have you been hit yet?
No.
Oh, the other warriors here alongside the archer have their eye on you, Eric, as they're moving up in formation. Kai Tank looks about. Templeton has fallen at his feet. He grunts, and he turns to you, Silverado.
Yo, what up?
He swings his greatsword at you.
Let's dance.
Will 21 hit?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Sure.
It will
will.
hit. What type of damage will I take?
Take 9 damage from the sword's first strike,
That's better than I was expecting.
and he swings at you again. A 12 will not hit.
No.
Okay. That's
No,
good.
it won't.
He says, "Cowards, I spit on you." And
Yeah.
He spits at the feet of Condrazol.
Man, this is crazy.
Eric, you're up.
Awesome. Can I?
Oh crap. Oh.
Do I have a? Can I get to behind Kai Tank now that I'm a little bit closer? I guess I'll use athletics to climb up.
Yes.
All right, I'll try and climb up. Let's find my quotient. Athletics. Come on, be good. 24. Athletics.
24
Parkour.
will get you up there adjacent to Kai Tank if you like.
Yes. And then I would like to attack him.
All right.
All
You're
right.
attacking with Oblivion here?
Attack it. Going two-handed. I get up to him and bang the ends of the weapons together and say, "Let's do this." Pick on somebody your own size, dude.
He's my size.
13. First that missed. Sorry. Oh, crit on the second one.
Nice.
Pour that maneuver damage.
For it's going to be 18, and I'm going to go in try for the trip.
Oh, please.
So it's going to be 18 plus 15. What's that? 18, 33.
That's 33. Oh,
And he fails.
oh, beautiful.
So on my bonus attack, I'll try and plow my magical war pick through his heart, and I miss. But it's at advantage. Sorry, I
Yeah.
didn't roll advantage that time. Oh, 20 to hit.
Hits.
No, he's got a 20.
hits.
Got 21 AC.
For 6 more. So I did 39 there.
Kai Tank, the enemy warlord, falls to the ground, defeated,
Literally.
unconscious. Actually, he is slain by this strike.
Hey,
With that, I'll yell, as I'm standing over top of Kai Tank's body, I'll yell out, "All hail Silverado, the hero of Dunlop's Valley and the champion in Sagintha's auditorium."
Woo!
And just like start banging my weapons together.
All right, can we get the unconscious guy up again? He's kind of knocked out and dying.
Well, as you seem to go to the aid of Templeton Heroes here, the dwarves are all surrounding you in camaraderie and begin to lift you upon their shoulders. The Commander Heroes second comes to his side and begins to check on his leader.
I'll come up to Templeton, his dumbass, and I'll use healing hands, so that'll give him 6 hit points.
Unfortunately, Vincent, you feel that life has left Commander Heroes. He has been slain in this combat, and your magic is not enough to bring him back.
Yeah. Nah, he's gone.
Wow.
Okay.
Silverado, you're being passed along from dwarf to dwarf as the ones who are wielding shields are clanging them in unison with Eric.
Hold on. Can I like stand on their shields for like a little bit while they support my weight?
Awesome. He's crowd surfing on dwarves.
Yes, they form up 4 of their shields as a platform for you, and you're standing on top of them.
Nice.
I look down to the remaining hobgoblins, all 7 of them, and I look at them and I say, "No, don't go anywhere. Come up here. No one kill them. No one destroy them. Their leader's dead. Condrenzel, come on over here. We got some business before we all start drinking ourselves into oblivion."
Condrenzel is at the back of the platform, looking warily from dwarf to dwarf, then to Eric, to Silverado, and to Vincent, who is at his side. Obviously, his part in this did not play out as he had seen it, and he's a bit apprehensive at the turn of events.
I hop down from my shield surf, and I go over and I put an arm around Condrenzel's shoulders, and I pat him on the chest a couple times, like, "Hey, we did it, man."
Condrenzel, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I start guiding him towards the remaining 7. I was like, "There you go."
As you are engaging with Condrenzel, he looks at you. There's a fire in his eyes, the fierceness of a leader being reunited with his people, but he takes the moment to grasp you by the forearm and raise your hand in victory, and he points to you, indicating indeed you are the champion. And Condrenzel recognizes that he recognizes your place in all of this, and wants to show that level of respect to his army, or the bit of his army that is left here. Of course, there are many more still down below in the valley. These were, a gathering of a pretty good-sized gathering nonetheless, but about a score of warriors for each side, now reduced to barely more than a half dozen hobgoblins. They retreat warily and move around backside of the temple, nodding in deference to Condrenzel, but also wanting to get out of the sight of this celebrating dwarven army. And with that, we're going to take a little break for the evening. I'm going to go get my Player One coffee, and we'll have an intermission and come see what comes of this.
Right.
So I just got a name of a exactly. That's my thinking anyways. It's cool that we can have these little outside chats that people listening won't actually hear.
We're back live here because I wanted to actually explore that topic. Sorry, I didn't mean to spring that on you. Just the
You brought us in without us knowing?
the last few moments of what you
What?
said.
Did you just out me?
Come on.
Meant how you had mentioned that Therazessa is a bit more neutral. You were saying, or because we're talking about how had brought up how it cracks me up how Eric's just like savage in combat, not really looking for diplomacy or like
Yeah, I mean, he spent years on this big ship with a dwarf battlemaster, and he was a good guy, but he was basically taught like once you're in a fight, all the rules are off because you're always fighting to the death. So either you die or your opponent dies. There's no rules. There's no thing. That's the thing as fighting fair. So that's kind of once the bell is rung, all bets are off, and it's like me or you. That's his mentality.
all right. You were saying how you were almost inspired to just bulldoze through Kai Tank right into Condrizzle and lay him out too.
Absolutely, because I mean, I'm also an opportunist, and he's softened up, right? I mean, he took a couple hits, he plummeted from the sky, so I didn't see much. May not take much more, and then we're getting rid of 2 warlords, so that's kind of where I was thinking. But
Yeah,
we
but
also
then you're
did have
leaving
a. We also did
vacuum.
make a.
Yeah,
Pardon?
which I was thinking of.
Then you're leaving a power vacuum in a group of hobgoblins.
Yeah, and then they have to fight and scramble for a new person. I would rather have someone we know and know what their motives are than just some random dude that just throws the power through whatever means.
And Eric had mentioned, or Jason had mentioned, Eric's 8 intelligence sometimes coming into play.
Yeah, he's
considering things like that.
I mean, he has a fairly high wisdom, but his low intelligence maybe makes his decision making a little bit brash or impulsive.
Hey, Bodhi, can I get you to shift to the other side of your camera? Because the way that I
No.
have
No,
your
I will
player
not.
art is on the one corner, and
Is that
You
it?
move
You're
around
afraid to hide
us.
Yeah, you move my camera. How about that?
I'm working on this production team. They're still new, so yeah.
Yeah, I try to
get that
keep it.
dialed in.
But there,
Sorry, thank you.
I wanted to say there is one rule in combat. You don't kill kids unless they're mean to you. Then all bets are off, and then you can murder some children.
Well,
Vincent applies that rule to everyone, adults, children.
No, specifically kids.
I'm not out looking for a fight, but if you're mean to me, I will light you on fire.
Yeah, you know when those kids do that thing where they stare at you for no reason, and you feel like, why are you looking at me? You just sock a kid in the face,
it's usually
You realize
a
they're
good
actually looking at something behind you.
And
We
you see
here
their
at the Heroes
parents.
Era do not condone violence against.
Then you're pulling a Templeton there, thinking that the archers are firing at him.
Mhm.
But that little kid's
Right.
just looking at that big bad sneaking up on you.
That's right.
Anyway,
Yeah, here we are. Combat has just concluded.
back to D&D.
Yeah, and you guys were victorious. It didn't take a lot out of you either.
Took a lot out of me.
It didn't take
good,
anything out of
okay.
me.
Feel good about that then.
I got about half my hit points, I think. Yeah,
Nice.
I mean,
you were
Vincent,
tanking hard there, Silverado.
I
Tanking
was.
like a true tank.
I was.
Vincent took out like 3/4 of this army with his magic. So
Totally did. It probably
Yeah.
stinks in here right now where we are. Just burned flesh.
Yeah. A good smell.
well, yeah, Condrizzle is up here amongst the leaders of the coalition and the Dwarven army, and he looks from Eric to Silverado to Vincent, and of course Thragnown and Dunlop are up top as well. And in all the mayhem and the chaos of this celebration, he says that I hope this can be a new relationship for us all.
Yes. I like meeting new people at a party. Like you go to a party and you bring someone new and you introduce them to everybody. I just kind of bring Condrizzle over. It's like, hey, all right, this is Condrizzle, everybody. That's Dunlop. That's Thragnown, if he's here. That's Dunlop. That's the second in command.
Deathida,
Deathida,
Wimnalda.
Wonalda. Yeah, the whole crew. This is Condrizzle. I vouch for him. Pretty cool dude. I assume once you get this army all rallied up, you're heading out. And you won't bother these people no more?
I am not here to bother any of you. We shall form an alliance. I hope to speak with Dunlop, or whoever is in charge. He looks to Templeton second, and then he also looks to Vincent, and again he looks to Eric, not seeming to be unsure of who to defer to here.
Yeah, there's a lot of leaders here. I guess we can have a war council.
A war council, yeah, not a bad idea.
Probably wrong wording, but it's the same idea.
A peace council, my friend.
Yeah, we'll
Yes.
call it the United Front or something.
Very good. It's off to a good start. Master Eric, you
Yeah.
look most unsure.
No, I'm good. I'm good with our previous agreements. So we just need to bring Dunlop and company up to speed on what we've agreed upon.
Yes.
Everything else is fine. I hope your winged friend is okay too.
Oh yeah, you checked up on him. You might want to your hippogriff.
He shakes his head sadly and looks back to his beast that has fallen in combat.
That's two dead allies.
She didn't make it. And you can see him looking for a moment, lost in thought, even amidst all of this chaos and these important topics being discussed. He says, but, alas, perhaps she died for a reason. And Condrazul explains that he will move his armies far from this land. Our battle's not with you.
Sounds good to me.
Great. You guys work out the details. I'm going to just lay down right here.
Yeah, he's very hurt. While this whole very important discussion's going on, you all can talk it out. And I just start looting Kai Tank's body. I'm like flipping him over, checking for pockets.
Eric's still kind of coming down from the adrenaline of battle. I realize, how the state that Vincent's in, I lay a hand on him.
And as you are seeing to the spoils of war and again healing Vincent,
Heal 13 hits, Vincent.
Condrazul turns to conversation with Dunlop and says, perhaps we come to an agreement and we can share this valley. And he stretches a hand out at the valley below where his army is gathered and where the crater from Therazessa's blessing has formed. Dunlop seems to be interested in entertaining the idea. And if you guys don't feel that you have any stake in this, that could be a conversation that the two of them end up having. Condrazul explains, you hear as he goes into conversation with Dunlop, that hobgoblins are students of Brahms, who is the cunning strategist, the warrior, and the battle master. And in death, they will aid him in the eternal battle against the frost creatures that dwell on the shell of Gira. Condrazul explains that Anam is chief among the enemies of Brahms, and so Kai Tank had sold the souls of thousands of warriors when he flew the banner of Anam. And now he recognizes that his armies must fight for redemption in the north, and he begins talking of moving to the frontier that is further north, where the giants are supposedly engaged in war.
Oh, so you're gonna start killing giants or something?
It would appear so.
That's a good cause. I think most people can get behind. Good first step.
This is Condrazul and his company want to pursue the giants, or they're...
Yes, the hobgoblins are, proud warriors in a very militaristic society, so
Sure.
they're devoted to Brahms. And again, Brahms is, perpetually at war, driving back the frost creatures and evils of the frozen tundra that is the shell of Gira. And so when Kai Tank made this alliance with Anam, Condrazul is saying that was essentially spitting in the face of Brahms. Perhaps the other hobgoblins aren't as well, informed or as religious or what have you, but this seems really important to Condrazul nonetheless.
Well, I'll step up and look to Dunlop and then over to Condrazul and back at Dunlop and just say, Dunlop, you guys got lucky in this case, and I'll kind of look over at all the burned bodies and I say that could just as easily be all kinds of your company lying down like these hobgoblins are. They say the enemy of your enemy is your friend, and I know we're not friends with any of these giants, and especially in these parts, friends are hard to come by. This might be a welcomed alliance, and knowing that our reputation now precedes us, we're vouching for Condrazul. So this sounds like a really good opportunity for your people. And I'll leave it at that and step back with Vincent.
Will you roll for me some kind of charisma check, please?
Try.
Depends on your intention.
If this is bad, I do have an inspiration dice that I'll use if this is bad.
Mm-hmm. It might
13? I don't know. It's above average. I only have 1 in my skill, so 13 is my persuasion.
Your words seem to carry great weight with them, especially amongst these dwarves whose city you've saved. And Dunlop looks to Condrazul and agrees that they can work out some terms and perhaps share the valley. And they begin discussing where to divide the valley. And Condrazul points to the landmark created by the Mother Therazessa when she blasted the land and displaced such a large number of their army, slaying a large number of them. And so looking out over the valley, you see that crater, and you see the hobgoblins around the lake, and Condrazul explains that they're performing funeral rites so that the mother can take them to the eternal battle. And Condrazul's intention is to essentially split the site, or to split the territory of this valley at the site of that incursion, of that blessing of Therazessa that was called down upon the land. And he explains or suggests that perhaps it can be something that both cultures turn to, something that can bring us together. And the way that I was envisioning this, Eric, your character is one of the most powerful clerics in the region right now. You're a very powerful. I'd say in several respects, because many have been driven out of the land, and I mean we're getting up to some higher levels here. So
that's true. Yeah, sorry. Cool.
I think with that there comes like a certain responsibility of being a cleric of Therazessa, and I can think of no one better to make a decision regarding this holy site, because it was called down by a ritual that the three of you completed together, on behalf of your deity, and then
right.
You have already received also a blessing from this water when you drank from it. Absolutely. And so the nature of this holy site will be dependent kind of upon your will or your intention towards it,
in terms of who lays claim to it.
Yeah, if anybody lays claim to it, or for what purpose it does serve. So that's the purpose that Condrazul has suggested, and in that manner, it might provide as a good instrument of community.
Yeah, because I would say that being of the mother and her will to maintain a balance in the land, that scorched area would remain neutral ground from this day forward, and no one would lay claim to it. And that could be a safe site where all factions could come together and know that they're on
neutral ground.
Neutral ground, yeah, for where maybe any future treaties or agreements would be made between factions. It should be made at that neutral area.
We're making the UN.
Is that kind of what you were thinking, Ben?
That sounds good.
We're these three guys that came from a farm, and now 20 sessions later, we're gathering nations, bringing them to this one point.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
It's the kind of thing bards sing about, man.
There seems to be, again, they put great weight and great stock in your words, Eric. And Condrazul seems to nod in agreement, looking towards Dunlop. And Dunlop seems to agree. However, he begins mentioning specifics of business arrangements and the lands surrounding this, and wants to work out a little bit more of a nuanced deal, but suggests that he can do that with Condrazul. He just explains that many of his dwarves already have, taken settlement in this valley. And so, while, of course, he's looking for peace, he can't certainly displace or sell short his own people. Condrazul's, the points that Condrazul is making are now turning to looking for a new home for his people, a safer home away from the frontier against the giants. So he's looking more to perhaps move the hobgoblin civilization into the western region of this valley, and he agrees that holy site could demarcate, the border between the two nations, and that's kind of the path that these conversations are going.
As I'm listening, I'm just nodding on that's the kind of thing I was hoping for.
And Dunlop seems to be in agreement with this, but he's also, recognizes the sovereignty of different powers who control the various mountains in the region. So, he says that more powers will probably have to be brought to the table, but he will, of course, grant, I don't know if clemency is the right word, but he'll grant a sanctuary to, any hobgoblins, who wish to dwell within the valley. And for now, as they introduce the two cultures to each other, perhaps they will, maintain that holy site is kind of like a boundary or a place where they, like you said, they can come together and things like that. Maybe that's where their joint civilization can kind of spawn from.
Absolutely. Sounds good.
Of course, these are the wishes and whims of leaders making decisions for many, and perhaps they'll come to fruition, perhaps not. But I think that, a strong set
It's a good start.
Yes, yeah, definitely a good start to this.
These are two nations that have probably battled off and on for years.
Right.
Tens of years. Right.
And Dunlop has explained they have been at peace before and they've been able to work together before, but in the recent times they were spurred into violence by the giant armies. So
Dunlop, perhaps as a show of good faith, you and your clansmen be willing to provide materials for these hobgoblins to rebuild where they see as fit.
Will you make for me a persuasion check, please? And we'll do it with advantage. Just gonna see what kind of results we get here.
Diplomacy!
Oh. Yeah, can I use inspiration dice? I've got one inspiration dice. I might as well. I've been holding on to it forever.
Yeah,
might as well. It may not help.
Peace talks.
We rolled an 8 on the initial roll here.
Eight was the high roll.
Oh, even worse.
And 4. No good. Sorry. I mean, I'm still doing it as best I can, but it'll be for them to decide.
You're trying to get your official power in, but you're not quite sure.
Dunlop says,
I may have overstepped.
One thing at a time, but of course, we'll always help the neighbor.
Cool.
Steak farmers there.
I'll turn to my companions. I think our work is over here.
And there are a large number of dwarves. They've gone completely, essentially unharmed in this battle, thanks to Vincent just blowing away the entire army. and frightening a lot of them into compliance. So Condrazul and Dunlop begin to walk away in conversation, and Thragnown is at his side, and so is the second, Templeton's second. And they all seem to be discussing various things. Templeton's second has kept a low profile to this point, and remained quiet. The other dwarves are also at hand, and so is Kevin.
Yo, Kevin. Kevin, come here.
Kevin is celebrating with some dwarves, just jumping around in a circle and dancing, and he begins jumping your way. Silverado!
I gotta teach you some valuable stuff real quick. Come here.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Yes,
Squat
of
down.
course.
Squat down. Squat down. Squat down.
He looks a bit confused and startled by the suddenness of this, but then he takes a knee and raises an arm, ready to be knighted by you, Silverado.
Okay, you see this dead body right here of Kai Tank?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna teach you how to loot a dead body. All right.
okay.
So when
Is
you're
this
doing
cool?
this,
Because this is like the commander of the enemy army. Like, should we show some reverence?
Condrazul doesn't like him, so it's okay. And when you're looting a dead body, all morals. I killed a couple and I took their clothes. Okay, right off their body. So it's okay.
You're the champion.
I'll kind of,
of
as Silverado is doing this, I'm gonna kind of interrupt him and I'll say I have business with Kai Tank before you do anything with him.
Oh, I want to root through his. All right. Well, wait for Eric to do his thing, then I'll give you a hands-on demonstration.
What is your business, Eric?
Sure. So because this was a big deal, this fight on this site, and he was the warlord of this. So I kneel down next to Kai Tank and lay my the war pick I have that laid the final blow on him. Kind of lay it so it's like handles sticking up in the air, and I lay it on his chest. And I pull out a flask with some of the holy water from from the newfound lake that we had, and I just kind of pour it over the handle, so all this holy water kind of seeps down over this new war pick that I found. And I just say I say a small prayer, and I say the mother has blessed us in this battle, and this I'm speaking to the weapon itself, and I say you laid the final blow. And from this day forth, may you be known as the can opener, for you were able to lay the blow against this man who none of us could.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
And with that, I get up, I stand up, and I look up to the sky to where the mother was, and then I look over to Silverado and just give him a nod, and then step back out of the way.
See, we got the approval of a holy man. All right, now let's desecrate this body. So
Now,
when you're
Silverado, as you go into detail with Kevin, we'll return to that in a moment, but I wanted to step over to give Vincent some pertinent information here. In the midst of this celebration, you see the shadow of a winged figure approaching, robed in something, and then you recognize that it's Rollo, and he's wearing a black silk kimono with a golden dragon embroidered on the chest.
He's doing it right.
He approaches you, Vincent, and he hands you a piece of paper that is rolled up and tied with a string. He says, "As requested, Master Vincent." And he seems to be in just a very good mood.
I bet he's styling.
Thank you. Where'd you get the robe?
Oh, this. Yeah, know, it's nice to make some money.
It is.
He bought himself something nice.
Some custom threads. I think they're made for like a halfling. A little big, but I'm gonna get them tailored.
It's a kimono.
Little big.
Next time we get into a bigger town, we'll find you a tailor and we'll get it taken in a little bit.
Pretty nice, though.
Yeah, no, man, it looks sharp. You look good. You look good.
You look good.
I could get used to this kind of thing, you know.
Hey, man, I looked really good a minute ago before I got the crap knocked out of me.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
man,
saw
some
that.
crap knocking.
I was watching. I mean, I was right there behind you, watching, ready to jump in any moment. Right here.
Just, yeah, it's fine.
Well, anyways, here's that info you were asking about. And he kind of taps the rolled up paper that he had handed you.
I'll unroll it a little bit and take a peek.
I'm going to check here. I think I have added it to
Wisdom saving throw.
the journal.
Yeah.
And let me edit it here on.
Go through all that and die by paper.
And Vincent, that should be in your journal now.
Does Rollo find something for Vincent?
Yes.
Okay.
And that information for the time being will be for you. You can share it with the other heroes maybe when things die down a little bit here. Or if you wish to or not. So that will be up to you. And again, so we'll go back momentarily here. Kevin and Silverado are here at the body of the fallen Kai Tank.
All right. So a very important thing to keep note.
Okay.
At this part, we've like taken off his armor. We've checked the inside for pockets. We've gone through his pants.
Okay. Look, well, in that case, will you please roll me a D100?
A D100.
Yes.
I've not rolled one of those before. First time. Let's do it, everybody.
Using some magic item tables because
15.
I think my players have noticed I'm not in the habit of outfitting all my dead monsters with loot. So
that's all right.
What do we have? We
15,
have
nice.
15.
Low rolls are cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you find a potion of greater healing.
Woo!
So, of course, the higher the rolls, the kind of more rare these items will get. But these are some tables that I'll probably continue referring to from time to time. But anyway, so you do find a potion of greater healing on Kai Tank.
All right. Now, a very important part, Kevin.
Okay.
And this probably won't apply very often, if not at all. But if you're in a huge city center, like the Three Kingdoms or a big town, and there's like a local thieves area, and you kill a thief, sometimes they'll be smuggling some stuff. And so what you got to do for smuggling is you got to take out your dagger and you got to cut open their stomach because sometimes they swallow some stuff.
Oh, no. Are you serious? Come on, Silverado.
Look, I ran with these dwarves for a bit and they taught me some crazy stuff. Like, for instance, one time we chased down this thief who stole one of our gold pouches, and he had the local Thieves Guild mark branded on him somewhere, and it was like a tattoo. I don't remember where, but I didn't see it obviously. But they cut open his chest and they took out like they took out this like brown bag soaked in blood, and it had some potions in there.
Okay, well, what do we do? Kevin has a lot of respect for you. He seems a little squeamish at this thought, though.
It's all right, Kevin. You'll learn with time that sometimes you have to throw out your morals for some sweet, sweet gains. I like how Eric just tilted his head at that. Like, what?
Have you actually done this yet, or are you about to?
What, cut open his chest?
Yeah.
It has not happened yet.
No, I'm not cutting open his chest. I'm saying sometimes you have to do it.
But it looks like I thought Silverado was trying to explain to Kevin how that was going to take place. I'm not sure.
Well, that's why I thought I felt like I need to step in there because I mean this guy did die valiantly on the field of battle. We don't want to totally deface him.
All right.
Silverado, you usually have these really good ideas, but maybe this isn't the guy that we cut open his chest and stomach.
It definitely isn't. You had to have some suspicion that something's in there first, before like a weird bulge, maybe like a cancer growth, something, and then you just cut open and you find out.
I don't know. He looks just like a dead, weird-looking hobgoblin.
He's normal for a hot. He's normal for a hot. I'm just saying
really buff.
In the event that he's weirdly strong. Anyway, I'm gonna go pick up that spear that got hit by lightning. I don't know what was up with that.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick that up.
You guys are chatting. I'm gonna make my way down to where that shaman fell off.
And he's gonna desecrate that body and find something on there. See, everyone does it.
Kevin's like, okay, Silverado, and follows you quickly, Eric. Oh, thanks. What is up with him? He's got like this bloodlust in his eyes. Well,
I don't know, man.
Okay. And then Kevin kind of follows you, Eric. As Silverado,
Sure.
You go over to the spear on the ground with the heart of the enemy champion still on skewered on it, and you find that this heart has become almost like a petrified wood and hardened, and now it is stuck onto the end of this spear. and as you reach out to the spear, thunder rumbles, and you feel a strong magic coming from this weapon.
I just kind of put my hands on my hips and I just like look at it for a second, and I just look back at everybody, look down, see Eric looting a body with Eric or with Kevin. I take a little sip, put it down, and I grab it and I turn it heart to the sky.
The staff?
Yeah.
Well, there's a tremendous clap of thunder and lightning reaches out, and what you hold in your hands is a staff of thunder and lightning.
Ooh.
And you feel the magic as it attunes to you, and you're able to wield the magic of the staff.
Nice.
Guys, I have magic powers. I'm gonna go look at what that is real quick. I have to find it though. There it is. I found it. Let's see what this baby does. This staff can be wielded as a magic quarterstaff that grants +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it. It also has the following additional properties. When one of the properties is used, it can't be used again until next turn. So I can use thunder, or I can use lightning, which when I hit with a melee attack, I can cause them to take an extra 2d6, or I can use thunder. When I hit with a melee attack, I can cause it to emit a crack of thunder, audible to 300 feet. Must make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw, become stunned until the next. You've
pretty
done
powerful.
it. I got lightning strike. You can cause an action. You can use an action to cause a bolt of lightning to leap from the. So I have lightning bolt now. At DC 17 Dex save or 9d6 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. Thunderclap. I can use an action and do a thunderclap, audible to 600 feet. Each creature within 6 feet of you, not including you, must make a DC 17 con save throw. On a failed save, they get a 2d6 thunder damage to become deafened for 1 minute. On a successful save, take half damage as in deafened. Thunder and lightning. You can use an action to use the lightning strike and thunderclap properties at the same time. Doing so doesn't expend the daily use of those properties, only uses this one.
So it's like a third option where you do both at the same time.
So hold on. When one of these properties is used, it can't be used. So I can do lightning, thunder, lightning strike, thunderclap, thunder, and lightning in the span of 5 turns, basically, if I'm reading this right. Yeah, I would have to read up on that later, but that's pretty cool.
It's quite cool.
Pretty sick.
Let's add that. Did I get it? I don't know. Yes, I did. Okay. So now I have to go do stats for that, which I will figure out now.
The celebration continues here, high atop Sagantha's auditorium. Looking out over the valley as the last lights of Shograflees leave, and it is nighttime. The dwarves strike up various torches and create a great bonfire. Actually, in celebration, they alight an entire tree, allowing it to just light up the side of the mountain here. And they're singing and dancing and beating their shields late into the night.
Do we know, does Sagantha still patrol this area, or is she kind of a very old dragon that's left?
Sagantha has not been seen for several generations of man.
Okay.
Hey.
She does, however, have 2 daughters who are seen from time to time on one of the neighboring mountains.
Cool. Does the shaman have anything interesting on his person?
Roll for me a D100, please.
Ooh. $77.
You find some oil in a vial and upon examination, you'll discover that this is an oil of etherealness. Not sure exactly what that does.
Interesting. I can go to the party fund for now.
Beads of this cloudy gray oil form on the outside of its container and quickly evaporate. The oil can cover a medium or smaller creature, along with the equipment it's wearing and carrying. One additional vial would be required for each size category above medium. Applying the oil takes 10 minutes. The affected creature then gains the effect of the etherealness spell for 1 hour. Okay, so.
Wait, what oil? I was doing my my new staff thing.
I looked up the oil and it told me it gives you essentially the spell of called etherealness.
Oh, yes.
So you can, like,
Oh my gosh, this looks really cool. So
Yeah,
you step
you-
into the border regions of the ethereal plane.
yeah,
in
you
the
can
area
basically
where
turn into like a ghost, right?
And you hang
overlaps with your
out.
current plane. You turn into a ghost?
Let's
For-
go.
yeah.
Sorry, that's basically kind of how
Oh,
where
yeah.
ghosts can travel in and out.
You're
Cool.
basically stepping into like a different dimension here, and then creatures that are not on that plane can't perceive you, can't interact with you unless a special ability or magic has given them the ability to do so.
Yeah. Interesting.
Cool. That could be fun.
Yeah,
We'll see what
that could
happens.
totally be fun. Awesome.
And Kevin is kind of keeping near any given one of you or moving to and from the dwarves. He seems to be a little bit restless and then hyped up at having watched Silverado basically lay out the champion, and then Eric lay out the warlord, and Vincent, of course, laying waste
Whole
to
army.
so many of these hobgoblin warriors.
Yeah.
So the evening would just continue in celebration. Essentially, those who are here on the on the mountainside would do a bit of hunting or pull together whatever rations they have to prepare quite a party. And so a celebration would be had. And if you guys want to rest for the night up here on the hillside, that would be fine. Or if you guys want to go back to Dunlop's Tavern, or if you have other plans.
I personally would like a rest.
Yes, me too.
Anywhere? Do you prefer here or there, Vincent?
I like it.
No, I guess.
I feel compelled to stay with the army and kind of sharing the glory of this with them. But other part of me is really remembering that really nice bed I slept in a night ago.
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
I huddle the guys over after looking at my staff for a bit. I huddle Eric and Vincent over.
Nice.
Team huddle. Come on,
Yeah.
come on.
What's going on, Silverado?
Yeah, what up, Rolo? You looking fly, by the way.
Hey, do you like that? Dang, I can hook you up.
Oh, can you?
Yeah,
Please
they
do.
got great golden dragon material. Nice threads.
I can see. So, guys, I nod over to the dude who's dead on the ground, the nobleman. I was like, that guy's dead as a doornail. And do we want to go through the trouble of getting him back? Or do we just leave him dead?
I think he's dead, but are you thinking we want to take his body back and have him laid to rest properly?
I was thinking when we go to Miss Hopkins, he'd be like, hey, we got a dead dude. Can you revive him? Something like that. I don't know. Maybe we just dunk him in the lake. See what happens. I mean, it's blessed by Therizessa, right? You just push him in and he comes back to life. Like, no problem.
If I can speak freely, I don't feel like he was exactly an honorable warrior.
I know.
That he deserves. I feel like his story has ended. Should just let it rest and move on from it.
See, my intentions aren't very pure. I'll be very honest with you guys. My robe that I really liked, I stole from his family. So I don't want to ask for another robe if he's dead when they could be mad at me for not preventing it. So I don't want to be in their good graces so I can get another robe. That's literally my entire
I told you, man. I know the guy making these kimonos.
look.
Could
Hey,
hook
if you
you
can
up,
get me if you
Silverado.
get me a bathroom, I'll be fine with that, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure these dwarves are probably close to putting him on a pyre unless we carry him back to Dunlop's tavern.
All right, should we loot him? He probably doesn't have anything. Maybe he has money. I don't know. I'm willing to desecrate another corpse.
Are we talking the Commander Templeton?
Yeah, dead nobleman.
Well, as this has gone on, Templeton's men have, of course, gathered him up and moved him to some kind of stretcher made of branches, perhaps, because they will definitely want to see to him getting the proper burial rites.
Yeah, all right. He's gone.
Despite him not being a very good leader, they probably didn't even have much respect for him, but he is
A dead
royalty, and he was leading them. So they will go through the motions of honoring his death. And his second sees to that happening. And Eric, you think that you might actually recognize Templeton's second from back home, perhaps in Aeolia. You're from Aeolia, is that right?
I'm the city, just outside the city of the Three Kingdoms.
Yes.
Is that?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it looks like somebody you might have done business with before, perhaps in one of the dealings of your families, and just looks like a familiar face.
Yo, you recognize him?
One sec, guys.
Yeah, no worries.
Go ahead.
Yo, you recognize him, Eric?
Yeah, he does look familiar.
Yeah.
When they kind of are, there is a point where they're not busy. Maybe I will just try and pull him aside and just see if I can catch a word.
Oh, Eric. I'm trying to get into the noble game. I'm trying to get into the whole royalty sitch over in the Three Kingdoms. So if you could like introduce me or something, that'd be cool.
And Eric, as you're approaching his second, he seems to be kneeling by his fallen commander, and he looks a bit relieved as you approach. Oh, Master Eric, if you could please. I've known him my whole life. I know he's a fool, but still, could you perhaps say a few words for him?
Absolutely, I will. I'll kneel down and I'll rest one hand on Templeton's shoulder and the other on this man's on his leg, and say a few prayers to the mother. Ask that our brother has fallen valiantly in battle. We ask that she looks after him, and allows him to pass freely into the next life. And thank him for his service down here, and that he may continue whatever path he has in his next life.
Can't say I didn't try. And then the man stands and says, "Forgive me, I did not introduce myself earlier. My name is Jericho."
Jericho, you seem oddly familiar to me. My family, Earl's daughter, is from just outside the Three Kingdoms. We have a large area of my father and my brother oversee a large area of farming land, and
Earl's daughter.
I feel
yes,
we've done business
know
with
the
you
name.
at some point, or somebody. You seem strangely familiar to me.
I know the name, yes. Earl's daughter.
That's us, yeah.
Wow. A pleasure to remake your acquaintance.
Oh, likewise, yeah. My father is the Lord Orin, and my brother is next in line, Aiden, his name. I'm set one day to return and be his advisor, but as is the way in my family, I'm out to see the world and gain the experience to be a valued advisor.
Oh, yes. You're known for... what is it? It's not your grapes.
No, we're orchards. Or orchards, apples and peaches and pears.
Oh, yes, of course. The hillsides of Earlstarter. Well known.
Yeah, we're
Grandma Earlstarter has discovered a fine specimen of apple. They call it the granny apple, you know, the little green ones.
I do know those,
Love
yes.
those.
Yes.
Ah,
yeah.
how I long for the farms.
Yes. Yeah, I do miss home one day. I will return. It's been a long time, but When the time comes, the mother will let me know, and I'll return.
Well, to going home then. Perhaps we should
Absolutely.
have a drink together.
We should. Yeah.
He is the second in command, and he has access to, plenty of things like that, that would make a celebration just that much better. So
Awesome.
he has some bottles of wine that he brings about. A little bit earlier, he had actually stashed them in the snow amidst the celebration, and they're a little bit chilled.
The old ways.
I
respect.
We'll fill a couple of steins or whatever it is we're drinking out of, and do a large cheers, and see who can go the longest without taking a breath.
And as you're pouring the wine, so you're gonna see who can chug the most wine there. Jericho's happy to take part in that competition.
Oh, if you had me in there, I'd win.
Is Silverado at hand for this drinking competition?
Oh, am I?
He could be. He totally could be. You wanted me to try to give you the ins, right?
Yeah, I settle on in. I slide in like I was there the entire time. Like, what's up, guys?
And
you should know the best way to get to know people is the drinking games.
Oh, I can do that. I got my own supply. What we drinking?
Jericho has pulled out a few bottles of a nondescript wine.
Ah, yes, military
and
wine.
he begins pouring actually into fine wine glasses that belong to some kind of noble, and then he looks askance for a second and says, "Screw that!" and he hurls them against the rock. And then he begins, pouring from his bottle into your larger vessels.
I nod.
And so you all
approvingly.
drink heartily by the fire, and
Absolutely.
the warmth of the alcohol begins to soothe you.
Nice.
Ah, my old familiar friend.
And as we're going around, I'll just I'll make a point once to go around and just kind of, clang glasses or whatever they're drinking it with every soldier that's around, because everyone's it's the kind of thing where we should all kind of share in the glory together.
Absolutely. And at one point over the course of the night, a hunting party does return, and they've yielded a nice large yak.
Ooh, yak.
Yakety yak.
I like to send down next to Jericho after Eric goes off to start cleaning glasses. I'll look at him sipping from whatever I'm sipping, something. I'll look over into him like, "Hey, are you a part of what is the Heroes family?"
Oh no, but we've been longtime friends. Came up together.
Yeah, I've had quite a few interactions with that family before. A lowly wood elf like me, yes.
Wow, that's strange. Eric said he's from the Three Kingdoms as well.
I'm not
Aeolia?
No, I'm from the Redwood Forest, man. I've been going around all over the world.
Redwood Forest, beautiful land.
To the east, yeah.
Traveled there to Doonesmere Lake several times myself.
Good place. Throw some bottles in, some swords, some daggers if you want.
Oh yeah,
It'll help Doonesmere out.
Yeah, so casual about it, but yes, I know what you speak of.
It's the littering hole. It's the littering hole, but it goes
I've never
somewhere.
known it to be a littering hole, but you do have the locals' perspective, so
Yeah.
I'll just defer
I
to
think-
you.
I take out my jade marble that I have, and I'm like, I think this is from him. I'm not entirely sure. It shot up out of the ground one day and smacked me in my eye, so I just kept it ever since.
Luck, perhaps. Is that what sent you on your way?
No, a very sad mental breakdown. Only comforted by my sister. After which I left and didn't return back to my family.
My goodness, that sounds like a terrible, long, and perhaps mildly boring story. What about meeting Eric then? You must have met him in the city of the Three Kingdoms.
No, I didn't meet him until very recently. I met him. When did I meet him?
What happenstance to bring the three of us together from such a far land? Well, I mean, there are many of us. He looks to his army.
Delrin Caillou.
Well, I met Eric when we were in an underground city, after I've been rightly traumatized, witnessing the death of many, and he kind of joined on to our crew because we all had similar goals, and we headed up here, and been good friends ever since.
It's a much happier story than I can tell, but
Yeah.
here we are.
Yeah,
That damn fool left us here behind, and it turned out for the better now that you all showed up, but I have to admit, as much as I cared for him, perhaps he wasn't made for this world.
Yes, he was. I'd be willing to give him another shot, but I don't think that's going to be very possible. I once saw his mother in person. I saw Lady Jude in person once. Yeah, I saw her in person.
Fine
She didn't see
woman.
me. But
She
I
was
saw
like
her.
a mother to me.
She was.
Right.
Well, I'm not one to mince words, and I'm a very honest person. I'll be completely straightforward. That big. Maybe it was big to me, maybe because I was hanging around in such low places. There was a lot of murmur going on about someone that broke into her household and supposedly stole a lot of stuff.
Rare occasion. I think I
Yeah.
remember the day.
That was me. I did that.
He spatters out a bit of his wine, a little bit sprays into your face. Whoa, you what?
I stole from her. Yeah.
Oh.
I'll tell you what though. I only took a robe though, because I wanted new clothes.
Right.
I figured, hey, look, she's a noble lady. She's got a ton of clothes, and anything else I would have took, I would have been dead. So I just took some clothes, and
He looks at you a bit crossly, and then a smile just takes to his face. Says, "Well, must have been for something."
yeah, I got burned up by a dude. I brutally murdered the man that burnt that robe. Burned him to death,
Well,
ashes and all.
If you like robes, we could probably get you something of your own.
I like the
kind of
science.
a big deal now.
Yeah. Anyway, you want to see what the staff can do? I got this. Yeah.
Yeah. He reaches
So-
out. Obviously, he's had a few drinks here. He reaches out to slowly to grab the staff.
So, I'm okay. Ben, I'm gonna be very frank with you with what you just given me, because I'm an honest player. You've read the description of the item, I assume, and you know all the abilities that it has, right? And it's all thunder related stuff, pretty much.
Right.
Yeah. I can use all those in one day.
All right.
If
Gonna
I
be
wanted
freaking
to,
deadly.
I can use all those or most of those in one turn. I just wanted to let you know.
I'm not sure what makes you able to do it in one turn. I think you might have to use separate turns because maybe they count as spells. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'd have to.
Yeah, some of them have. That's what I was saying. Is like some of them I can stack. Some of them I have to do on separate turns. But essentially, I don't have to. I
Pretty
can't just
deadly
do
piece,
one and then wait until the next day to use them. I just wanted to let you know that.
Yeah, it's pretty savage. No, I'm familiar with that piece of equipment, and it was quite a feat that you accomplished to acquire that. So I think it's most deserving.
All right. With that being said, I will.
Now you're gonna
go.
kill everybody. No.
Not yet. I will take the staff, and I will swing the petrified heart, and I'll look over like, watch this. This is gonna be loud, and I hit the ground with it, and I use the thunder, and a crack of thunder comes out, audible to 300 feet, and if I hit a target, they would make a saving throw or be stunned. But I just wanted something to be very loud.
Yeah, it leaves everybody's ears ringing and just echoes across Sagantha's Peak and throughout the valley. A great display of power.
Want to see me do it again?
Well, that's quite enough, I think. We don't want to
All right.
scare the hell out of everybody. They should think we're partying, not dying.
I go up to the tip where I first originally dropped the spear. I look over to the valley, and just a thought pops into my head. I smash into the ground and I aim it and I just use lightning strike just into the sky, into the clouds.
Just shooting an epic bolt of lightning into the sky.
Yeah. Yes.
Silverado's just celebrating his victory here. The displays of magic.
I got magic.
And Eric,
Is he a drunkard firing his guns off into the sky?
I think there's a level of that happening, definitely.
I just
But
drank a ton of wine.
These bullets aren't gonna have to come down, so
Part of me wants to stop him. The other part is just is worried that I'll get caught in the crosshairs.
Yeah.
I wave it at the crowd like, whoa, check out what I can do. Anyway,
well, if that's not enough to call the giants back, I don't know what will be.
I put it around my shoulders and I hang on to it like this and I just walk around and celebrate and pass out somewhere.
Awesome.
I have to hone back in on Jericho's voice. At the beginning, I liked what it was coming out as, and now he's just beginning to pick up the dialect of the local dwarves. So I have to go away from that.
Mm-hmm.
But so your celebration continues late into the night. Condrazul and Dunlop are engaged in conversation late, and then Condrazul moves to where his troops are gathered and begins to bury his dead mount. Seeing to that, it was very important to him. He was very proud of it, as you recall. Last time you guys met, I think he was showing it off to Silverado on one occasion. But alas, it is no more.
If I catch him doing that, I wouldn't mind helping him.
Very nice. Master Eric, I did not expect this from you.
Honestly, sir, I just wanted a moment to catch you on your own, because I feel like we've done you a pretty great service here.
You have, of course, and I owe all of you. I remember you asked me for a favor.
Oh, I think the three of us, we all did, but yeah,
I kept mine.
Well,
we did.
I can talk to Vincent about what he asked for, but I assume you do not know then how to speak with the fishes.
Speak with the fishes.
Well, in my training, speaking with the fishes is not something you want to be doing.
You hear Silverado yell, "I can speak to your bird."
I spend quite a time at sea, my friend, and speaking with the fishes is what we say when we're going to throw someone overboard and not pull them out.
He laughs and clasps you on the shoulder. That's not what I meant, of course.
Yo, what up, squirrel?
I assume not. Yeah.
No, I mean the fishes in the river.
Oh. Yeah, I've been searching, but I've not been searching in the right places.
Well, if it was a bird and not a fish, I would say a little birdie told me where you might find the mother pearl.
Oh, I'm listening now.
Yes. You see the falls on Sagathun's Peak? And Condrazul points up. He says, perhaps there, and also in the valley. And he points to where the city is draining. And far below, there is a confluence of rivers that are now raging and quite filled to the brink. And it's kind of a strange sight because there still is a great wall of ice that takes up kind of half of this valley. The reaches of this realm stone not having melted the entire glacier, but rather just, a large swath of it, and its magic seemingly, coming to its brink. But so Condrazul gestures far down below to the valley below Dunlop's city, below Dunlop's tavern, in addition to the high peak of Sagantha's mountain. And he also says, things turned out okay, but did it seem to you like I knew that I was coming?
He didn't seem surprised.
They're looking all about in the air.
He didn't seem surprised, and he came prepared with archers.
Why do you think that is?
Did I let it slip?
Yeah.
I think I let it slip. I think that might have been my fault. But I'm not there, so I'm yelling at foxes and stuff.
Yeah,
You would perhaps recall
you're thinking
when Silverado went to instate the ancient law, he first
and failed.
He first invoked the name of Condrazul as the war or the army that he was fighting on behalf of.
Yes, that's true.
So, perhaps that would come to mind. Perhaps not.
I don't. If it does come to mind, now that it is in my mind, I wouldn't. I don't think I would divulge that.
Fair enough.
Just
You'd
trying to play
probably
stupid.
be able to draw the connection, though.
Okay. Yeah.
So perhaps in some way, Silverado inadvertently
tipped him off.
Made it worse. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Forgive me, I'm not sure how he could have known, but now that you say it, it does make sense that he knew. I mean, with us being in such close quarters, it seems odd that so many of his men were armed for ranged combat.
Well, and I waited so long because they're all looking about, but the time was at hand to strike. And if I must say, it all turned out for the better, so perhaps...
Did you know his shaman? Could he have known?
What's that, who?
There was a healer, I don't know, he didn't last very long in the fight. But there was a healer that was trying to turn the tides, let's say, for Condrazul's champion, or sorry, for Kaitank's champion. And I wonder if maybe he could have known in some way, whether it be like through divine interventions or some other. Maybe he was able to do some sort of divination to see what was going to happen.
Will you make for me a charisma check? Can be deception if you like, or
try something.
Something.
Do 6. I rolled 6.
He nods. Well, like I said, it all worked out for the better. Here's to moving forward.
Cheers.
And maybe if we find out what happened, maybe whoever spilled the beans or made a mistake can help me reclaim what I lost. And he says, but perhaps I'm in no position to ask for anything.
Forgive my my ignorance here, but what have you lost? You gained the army that you were hoping to gain. What have we lost in this?
Condrazul takes a deep breath and gestures to the fallen hippogriff that you would help him lay to rest. And it seems that these beasts are of great importance to Condrazul, perhaps more so than Eric would realize. And he says, "This one, very hard for me to find."
Fair enough. Forgive me for my blindness in seeing where you're. I was thinking bigger, but you were actually focusing in on your champion, I guess you could say, on your mount.
I let my emotions get the best of me. You are right. Well, I thank you for your help, friends, and to going forward in our relationships.
Absolutely. And I extend my arm and do one of those, forearm handshakes as opposed to
my usual handshake.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
With that, I'll make my leave and say I thank you again for keeping up your end of our agreement.
And the festivities of the night are beginning to die down as most of the dwarves have fallen asleep from their partying and their indulging.
You hear off in the distance. Is that a wolf?
Silverado and Kingston are hunting, I presume.
No, just Silverado just walking in the forest drunk, just thinking he's seeing stuff.
It's going on a nature walk.
Yeah. Oh, it's an owl. Yo, what's up, owl?
Well, Silverado, you have the benefit of not needing a lot of sleep, but
Yeah.
many of these dwarves are worn out from the battle, and they all begin falling asleep one by one, and the entire company will rest for the evening with watches set out.
Awesome. We're all going to need to hair the dog in the morning, I can tell.
Yes. Well, I'll be fine. Maybe.
Yeah, no, Vincent's good. He'll be all right.
Anything you guys wish to do for the remainder of the evening? Otherwise,
No, I'll rest
that'll be
through.
the conclusion of the day.
Yeah.
Give me a moment. Trying to think.
Dude, you drank everybody under the table already.
Yeah, I know.
Party's over.
Yeah. I look around and everyone's just dead. Like
We're all like passed out.
all passed out. I was like, man, this is a crazy party. I grabbed some food. It's like half eaten. Finish
If
it
we're
off.
in a tavern, this would be where the barkeep is sweeping the floor, trying to get you to leave.
I look. I see a fire pit, and I just, for no other reason, just grab some ashes and some embers in my hand. Maybe burn it a bit and just tosses it. Silverado's drunk. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's
testing the sense of his power here.
he walks over to the giant statue and sits in the lap and just honks out.
And Silverado falls asleep in the arms of Sagantha's champion. And we'll call it a game there for the night. GG's everybody, and thanks for joining us.
Yes.
And the adventure will continue next week.
Yeah, thanks everybody for listening. It
Right.
was fun.